gentlemen. We're here on another segment of interviews by Crunchy Riot. I'm here with another artist who goes by the name of, mind introducing yourself?
I'm Khalid, Highspeed.
Yes, sir. And we got the chance to sit down, chop it up with him about, his experience in the music scene, excuse me, his experience as a musician, as an artist, and other ventures he has going on. First and foremost, how are you doing?
I'm chilling, man. Everything is everything, bro. Can't do too much complaining.
I got you. So, how long have you been making music, and are there any other ventures that you are involved in besides music?
I started making music in high school. Me and this nigga DJ Valley Floyd. One day, I think if I remember the story correctly, which I probably don't, we had a common friend. I think it was Trey was our common friend, and like I was rapping, and like all my songs sounded like shit. And DJ was making beats. Well, Valley was making beats, and I don't think nobody had rapped on them yet. Well, probably me and Lando was the only ones who had rapped. Well, Lando was probably the only person who rapped on them before me. And Trey was just like, "Yeah, y'all niggas should link up." And then some type of way, fam, we just started like hijacking the computer lab after school, and we would just make music in that hoe. And then eventually, it just got to the point where I started like pulling up to his crib to make music. And before you knew it, fam, I was just a rapper. But
That's
before that, I used to just like make songs on SoundCloud when I was a kid. Like I pray nobody find these shits, but like I used to just play the beat because SoundCloud used to have a record feature where you used
I
to just
remember
be able
that.
to press the button and it would just record the sound around you. Bro, I used to play beats to that hoe and straight rap to that hoe when I was a shorty. And I was a kid. I probably would make like 3 songs a day,
Hmm.
just rapping, freestyling.
Now, when you say you were a kid, how old would you say you were at the time? I know you said you were in
Probably
high
like,
school.
no, this when I was in high school. This was like when I was like probably 16, 17.
Okay.
When I was like, okay, actually, I can rap. Like, I can get on the beat, like, and record music. But like, when I was a kid, I was just doing that shit to send to my homies and like kick chats. So I had to be like 11, 12,
Oh, wow.
13. But I ain't never think nothing of it. It was just like,
Something fun you can do.
yeah, it was just crazy to us that we could like that's how I thought making music worked. Like I thought
Yeah.
everybody just like played their songs through a speaker and rapped over them. So I got over that shit. And then when I actually started recording with DJ, I was like, oh shit, I could actually do something with this shit. So
That's what's up. So, you mind telling the audience, where you originally from and what high school did you go to, if you don't mind me asking?
I went. All right, so I'm from Chicago,
Oh, word.
Illinois, and before I left Chicago, I went to Urban Prep, which is like this prep school where they had everybody wear suits and shit. It's like an all boys school. It's basically a military school type shit. And
They
then
have to cut and everything out there too. They made you cut.
yeah, bro,
They
like I
did.
don't think you could have hair.
Oh,
I think
wow.
we had to get like dark phase and shit, and you had to like wear a suit. And I remember they had like a hierarchy system based on what color your tie was. That shit was weird. But then when I came down here, I just went to DeSoto. So and then they kicked me
Wait,
out of
wait,
DeSoto.
my bad. You said it was like they had ties for every.
Yes, bro. Like, bro, there was a hierarchy system based on ties. Like, you had white tie motherfuckers, red tie motherfuckers. I remember one time, bro, there was like a prep test, and I actually, like, I ain't gonna say accidentally because I'm really a genius, but I scored 100% on the English prep test, nigga, and they gave me a gold tie, nigga, and I can't lie. Like,
He's popping it.
I really felt like, okay, I see why niggas give into this shit because this shit feel kind of raw. But yeah. And then when I came out here, I just went to DeSoto.
So, okay.
And then they kicked me out of DeSoto my senior year, and I went to what's the secondary school in DeSoto called? AEP? Wings. Yeah, I had to finish off in Wings.
What'd you get kicked out for?
Um, bro, honestly, fam, I just was not giving a fuck about school no more. I was just like thinking in my head, like, okay, I'm gonna just do enough to pass. But like when you approach school with that type of mindset, I feel like you just end up failing because you never end up doing just enough to pass. So
Hmm.
I think my grades was bad, and they just was sick of like disciplining me. So they was like, bro, you might as well just finish up in Wings. So I was like, fuck it.
I got you. So, how would you say, or how would you describe your experience when, like, from when you started making music to now? Like, how would you say your experience has been?
I really think about that shit sometimes, fam. I really feel like I grew up doing this shit for some reason, like because it's been so long. But when I started doing this shit, I was really like still fantasizing it. Like it was still like mystical to me. Like I thought like I was really enthralled by like the process of making art and the status of being an artist and all of that shit. And now I could really give a fuck about that shit. Like I feel like the only reason that I still make music these days is because I like truly love to do it. Like that's like mostly my incentive. Because other than that, all of that other shit could just fall by the wayside. I just really love the process of like finding a sample or making a beat or like having the melody in your head and then making it and putting the drums on it and like sharing that shit with the homies before you release it. Like, yo, is this shit hard? Is this like that's what I really do this shit for? All of the shit that come after it is like it's whatever, bro.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, what type of things are you specifically mentioning when you say other shit that
Bro, you
comes
really want to
after?
know? I hate promoting music, bro. I fucking hate doing it, fam. It feel like big and it feel like I'm holding out a fucking cup. Like, y'all, please listen to my raps. Like, I worked really hard on my raps, y'all. Can y'all please listen? And like, I understand that you have to do that, and
Yeah.
I understand that people find like joy in the art of promoting their music. But I am like if that's like the right brain, I'm completely left brain like that. Like, I wish I could just like make music and it just be out, and I could just go to the next thing. Like, that's the big one. I hate promoting music. I like making track lists. I like doing cover arts. I like
You make
recording
cover art?
music. Yeah, I have before. It's
Okay.
not like something that I'm like. I wouldn't say it's like a discipline that I'm like disciplined in, but I like doing it. But
And then,
shout out to the man them in the UK.
right. And then the other man, or the other guy, who he has a company of his own, he made an animation. He's from Fort Worth. I kind of lost in touch with him. But point being, there's a bunch of graphic designers out there. I really feel like you can do it. I feel like a lot of artists should, definitely tap in and do it. I think it's something we should.
Man, we need to, bro, because making videos fucking sucks, and promoting music fucking sucks, and I like doing merch, but doing merch also kind of fucking sucks. That's another thing that's like feels like I'm holding out a cup. Like, bro, please buy my shirt, bro. Like, nigga, you know damn well this shirt go hard, nigga. Buy this shirt. You feel me? Nigga?
It's like the thing is when it comes to people buying products, whether it's merch, buying albums, or just anything, it's like for one, it's kind of like a numbers game. I noticed, like it's really tapping into tapping into as many people as you can. Like kind of how I mentioned earlier with the graphic designers, it's like you gotta like try to get your stuff out there to as many people as you can, and hopefully kind of have the what's the word for it?
You
It's
gotta
like the
network.
yeah, just network and like play the law of average basically, like trying to get your you're gonna get no's. Me and Slap talked about this. You're gonna get a lot of no's, but it's the skill is basically turning those no's into yeses or increasing as many no's so you can get as many yeses. So it's like I feel like that's just a thing that plays a part that a lot of people don't like to go through. Would you say like that's something that you kind of think about whenever you think about promoting or putting out merch? Just like
Um,
the whole law of average numbers game.
I try. Like, I feel like my shit come out whacker when I try to think about the numbers behind it. Like, I feel like all my hardest shit has come like when I be like in this place where I'm like tired or I like actually got something to say or it's like where I'm like more so objective driven than trying to like bang on the numbers, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when I was trying to sell merch for my last tape, bro, I put that shit out as much as I could because I was like, bro, I only got so many shirts, so if this many people see it, fam, it's only logical that they're gonna sell out, and they did
Someone's
sell
gonna
out.
buy it.
That shit did. It felt a little. It felt a little. I don't even think begging is the word for it. It feels like I don't know. I just don't like trying to sell nigga shit.
Forced.
Yes, yes, bro. It feels forced. Like now I'm trying to force my merch on niggas. Like, bro, it's cool. I rather just make the music and then release it, and then the people who fuck with it, and the people who don't, when enough people fuck with it, they gonna come around and act like they fucked with it anyway.
Hmm.
So it won't even matter in the future. They gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember that too.
Did you?
Did you? Like everybody was there, but you already know how that shit go.
I'm aware. I think it's something that every artist, regardless of the medium or what you like to put out, like we all go through it as far as like just trying to like get our product or get our art reached out to so many audience members and unknown people who could become fans but they just don't know because they're not really like tapped into the network like that. Which kind of brings me to my next question, because so I mentioned earlier that you do cover art, make music, but last year you started throwing basketball tournaments.
Yeah, I did that for my birthday, the Highspeed Classic.
Highspeed Classic. I actually had a team in that tournament. Unfortunately, we lost in the semifinals.
My team lost in the finals, bro. We gave it everything we fucking had too, fam. I was so tired, bro.
You know what's funny? The person that won the tournament is a friend of mine who like he kind of just came out of nowhere. He saw me post it. He actually asked me my team, which I fully regret, and that's gonna change this year because he's gonna be on my team. His name is Deuce Froze. I'm gonna drop his socials down here. He makes music, but he's also a hell of an athlete. He's always like working out. He plays basketball like constantly, which is why he scorched both our teams. I was gonna say, are there any new things that we should be looking forward to in the next tournament?
Um, Look, we gonna do this shit basically the same way because I really liked how it went this last year. But this year, I kind of want to do more than just the 3-on-3s, bro. Like I want to do 1-on-1s with the 3-on-3s because you notice people was pulling up and they didn't have a team, or it was like people
That's
who was
true.
pulling up just to hoop and they was like, "Damn, I don't have."
A one-on-one tournament.
It's hard to get into a tournament with a fresh new team and win. So
So
everybody didn't even come in with the same playing field.
would you? I was gonna say,
But when it's you versus another nigga on that court, 1v1,
1v1.
it's fair. So I might introduce a 1v1 tournament with it if enough people sign up. But we gonna see because I'm gonna drop the sign up link in a couple of days.
I
But
think that would be a fun thing to watch.
King of the court,
King of the Court.
King of the court, King of the court, something of the sort. King of the court, something of the sort. We gonna do something. We gonna do something for the singles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna drop that link too. If you ever want to sign up, play for the tournament.
But it doesn't
You know,
matter who's coming. Shout out to bro. He could be a hell of an athlete. It don't matter who coming. You could bring God himself down from heaven to this court. The team that I put together is winning this year. I'm getting trophies and all. I'm gonna have trophies. It's gonna be trophies for each player. It's gonna be an MVP
first
trophy.
place, second place.
No, no, no. There will be no trophy for second place.
Uh,
There will be a trophy for all three members of the team and a bigger trophy for the MVP.
A beer trophy.
And my team will be walking out with all 4 trophies, fam.
I was like that. And so no first place, no second place.
Bro, because last year when niggas lost in the finals, fam, like I really felt that shit, fam. Like I took it to the chin, you know what I'm saying? I had to like be a gracious host and shake niggas' hands and be like, oh,
Thank you for coming out.
I really felt that shit. I really was like, damn.
No, that's how I felt. Like we was really close. I really, and I got jerseys for my team. Like
It was some close, good games.
it was some
too.
good games. And like I wasn't expecting it to be that competitive, to be honest. And then it was windy too, so I thought people would make excuses. So to see people come out and actually like put effort into it was like a very nice change of scenery because I'm used to going to like raves and parties, and then for you to
I was
host a
just gonna
tournament.
say, and the music was good that day. It was like
Who'd
maybe
you
it
have-
was because it
who'd
was
you-
my birthday, but it felt like a real like perfect day, fam. Like the music was perfect.
Who'd
the
you have
weather was
DJ
perfect.
again?
Nishi, I think. Nishi and
With somebody else?
I want to say Heaven.
Right.
Heaven, bro. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I
they
remember.
killed it, bro. Whatever combination of those people that DJ'd that day, fam, they fucking killed it. It was a couple times I just was looking up like, damn, this is a good song. Shit that I hadn't even heard before. And that's rare
true.
that you go to a party and hear some shit that you haven't heard before, and it's like, oh shit, this is actually good.
Because DJs are scared to play new shit. Excuse
DJs
my
are
language.
so scared, they petrified.
Because they play something new, people are like, man, what is this, man? Play some Future, play some Chief Keef,
Bro, I
play
was
some
just gonna
Yeet.
say we didn't heard Finito for going on 7 years straight.
I'm sick of it. Like, it gets to a point where if I go to a party and I hear Finito, I'm going out.
Niggas need to retire that Finito to earned it transition.
No disrespect.
No disrespect, because you know what I'm saying? I'm not a DJ. I would hate if a DJ was telling me how to rap, so let me shut the fuck up. But please retire the Finito to earned it transition, bro. Please.
It's not only the only people who be getting turned to that song be like younger like people who they haven't fully they're not burnt out on the song yet.
Yeah, it has its moment.
Gotcha. And then, so one thing I picked up on, I had some buddies of mine and myself do some research on you as an artist. So you're not really as active on IG. However, TikTok, different story. It seems you have a lot to say about like, current events. And I think that's one thing like I feel like honestly, personally, I kind of like when, artists talk about stuff that's like actually going on. Cause usually we're like caught up in our own, day to day. We're not really knowing what's going on. And, a lot of people don't watch the news no more
Yeah, you
because we
kind of
got our
get.
phones. So it's like you actually taking, a social platform and you're actually like speaking about real stuff. So I was just wondering like, what was the inspiration behind like, because a lot of people be scared to speak their mind and it seems like you're not.
So what happened? All right, so this is like the whole TikTok story. I downloaded that whole like I think we was still in LA. Like me, Raul, and Landon were like still in LA.
What year?
I want to say like 2019, 2020.
Oh, wow.
And I had downloaded the app because I like would see people like post clips on Instagram, and I hate getting shit secondhand. Like I hate being the nigga that sees the repost and not the original video. So I was like, fuck that. So I downloaded TikTok and I just got on that hoe and I started noticing. I was just like, bro, niggas get views on this hoe for anything, bro. Like they passing this shit out like candy. Cause Instagram, it's like Instagram is cool and all, but it's really not cool. Cause for one, it's kind of like Facebook. Like everybody that you ever grew up with is on your Instagram. Whether they like you met them in fucking sophomore year of high school, you met them at the club one random night, they just all on your Instagram. And I
That's
was like,
true.
yeah, that's cool, but I want to see if I want to see if the shit that I be thinking makes sense on like a grander scale than just the people that I know. So I really just got on that hoe at first. I really was just calling other niggas stupid because I was like, all right, let me see, like. And then when people was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It is. These niggas is stupid. I was like, bet. Then I started saying what I thought, and niggas was gassing that shit, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh,
So once
y'all like what y'all hear, huh?
so once the numbers started going up, I was like, okay.
Nah, because we checked and it's like you're getting consistent like numbers, and I'm like, wow, like people actually like listening to what you actually
Bro,
has to say.
I didn't even know that I was an influencer, bro. I didn't even like, I didn't know at all either, fam. One day somebody DM'd me like, because I think we had like, I just randomly was like, I'm doing the barbecue this weekend. And somebody DM'd me and they was like, is the food going to be free? And I was like, nigga, what do you think? Like, I'm going to invite you to a barbecue and not feed you? He was like, bro, I don't know. You know how these influencers be. And I was like, damn, niggas think I'm an influencer.
They really out here like that.
That's lame. But yeah, fam, I just be on there saying the first thing that come to my mind, literally. And I don't know. Sometimes I be wrong, but most times I be right. I feel like I'm shooting like 92% from the field. You can't beat that.
That's a specific number. I know with me, when it comes to speaking my mind, I'm about 68, about 71 on a good day. But it's like the way I process things is a little bit differently than you. I can be intelligent, speak something, but it's like the way I say things will come out differently than how it's supposed to be interpreted.
Yeah, fam. I don't feel like I'm any like I get that a lot. Like you're intelligent, you're intelligent. I don't know if I'm really intelligent, but I do know that I'm like sort of articulate. And what I don't know, I'll go find out. Like I'll go learn some shit to prove a point. Like easy. Like especially if it's some shit that I like actually care about in real life. Like if I get sick enough of hearing some shit in real life, I'm gonna do research on it and find out why the fuck this shit is pissing me off. Like why did it sound wrong to me? And once I know that, it's all just a matter of getting it out at that point. So I don't know if I'm like smarter than the average person. I just think I put in like a little bit more effort, bro. Like I just do a little bit more research before I like speak on shit. Like everybody goes off a headline, bro. But I feel like the reason why motherfuckers kind of fuck with me is because I'm gonna tell you what the headline actually means. That was an ominous ass knock.
We got a special guest visitor.
Who that, DJ?
It's cool. I was just gonna cut it out. You good?
Yeah, chilling, bro.
What's going on, Crunchy? Like, what are the places that you travel where you seen some very like wild thing, like just some like crazy stuff?
Yo, this is one of my
because you said you went to LA and
yes, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all the LA story. So look, one day, because when we was in LA, bro, we was just really like just doing random shit, fam. A lot of randomness was happening in LA, fam. And we randomly like made a really good friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but we made a really good friend. Like no weird shit. Like it was like because we was at the skate park because we didn't know nobody in LA. So we
skate
like,
park.
Stoner, I want to say was like
no,
the
I've
name
been there
of
before.
it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so boom. So I think we meet the kid there. We kick it in and shit. He fucking with us. We blah blah blah. Boom. One day he called us like, bro, these niggas is on my ass, bro. Like they're talking about fighting, bro, and I'm gonna fight them. So we like, what? Somebody trying to fight you? Because this is like the little homie at this point. So we like, nah, fam, we finna pull up like right now with the goals to like de-escalate the situation,
Okay.
right? Like we're gonna pull up to like make sure, because these are little niggas, bro. Like it wouldn't have been nothing to be like, y'all niggas chill out. So boom. Little did we know, we pull up, nigga. We pull up. It's some other niggas outside, like the gate. This is all if I remember correctly. We see the little homie come out, shirt off, nigga, big, bold. Yeah, I'm ready. My guys are here. He go
Oh
in there.
no, no.
We step into this backyard, bro. When I tell you this shit looked like Fight Club, nigga, it was niggas standing around the full perimeter of the backyard, bro, everywhere looking at this shit. My little nigga in the middle of that shit, shirt off. These niggas getting a little fade. They blending. They have a good little fight. And then at the end of that shit, they just like squashed it. But that was just so crazy to me. Like, that was just like a random ass day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people in this world would have never got that snapshot and just somebody else's reality. Like to just step into a backyard and see a bunch like a kid, like a fucking high school fight club. Oh no, it was
I mean,
weird.
it's LA.
It was LA.
They
And
they
then
they have to fight out there.
and then we pulled up to de-escalate it. But when we got there, we was kind of like, it seems like they got this shit self-governed, bro. Like it don't seem like we need to do too much. Like, so they got their fade in and then they shook hands and I was just like, wow.
How old were they?
Bro, easily like, I want to say like 16, 17. And I was like, we were like, this is 2019, so we was like 19, 20 at the time, 20 at the oldest, because I turned 20 in May. So if this was before May, I was 19, and they were like 16, 17. So we go back there, we like, man, let me see. We thinking this is gonna be like 3, 4 kids. Nigga, it was like 20 of them niggas back there. It was like Def Jam Vendetta back there, fam. But yeah, that's one of the craziest ones right there. Shout out to the little homie who fought that nigga that day too. He held his own.
All right. Well, we approaching the end of our show. We getting close to that minute. Anything you want to say to the fans, to the audience that out there? Let them know what you got coming out. Let them know about the tournament and more music.
The Highspeed Classic, the flyer will be dropping in the coming days. Depending on when this comes out, it'll probably be out. So go check my Instagram from that. I'm sure Crunchy is gonna tag me and pre-order my album on Bandcamp. It's called
Send that link too.
Yeah, it's called Okay, Let's Start Again. That shit is not free, but
You on Bandcamp? Only the goats be on Bandcamp.
bro, you gotta man. I'm trying to get this independent bag, bro. I'm just trying to see how this shit work. But yeah, go pre-order my album. Come play basketball.
Free
Call your
barbecue.
homies. Come to a barbecue, fam. Touch some grass. You know what I'm saying? These are the way these things have to go.
All right. It's a pleasure speaking with you. We're gonna let you get on. All right. Thank you for your time.
No problem, gang.
Y'all have a good night.